Come on, let's go to the green.
How's life here in Sasau?
Much the same as in Scarlet's. That is, before everything. It's quieter now. Most of the work has been done, and everyone is waiting to see what the harvest will be like. Then everyone will be on their feet from dawn to dusk.
I pray it'll be a good harvest, so we have supplies for winter and enough to seed in spring.
God's truth. A couple of bad harvests and we'd be in danger of famine. Well, let's hope it will be good. Every grain counts, especially now, with all sorts of bandits roaming the country, and a great army, too.
I hope Sir Radzig and Sir Hanush get it all sorted out before the harvest.
If those marauders carry on, they'll plunder the whole province. And then where will we be?
Well, the best thing would be to hide the supplies. Bury them underground, so the bandits don't find them.
But what if they threaten the villagers? Most people would be happier to give up their supplies than have their farms burnt down or their livestock herded off.
Livestock can be hidden in the woods. Pa told me about it once.
Maybe. But you can't hide a farmhouse, or whole families. What if they take your children and threaten to cripple them, or the farmers? You can't do much work in the fields with your arms broken. And in the winter, it's even worse. They might as well dig your grave.
Sir Radzig would never allow that to happen, though. He'd come with his garrison, and those bastards who harassed his subjects would soon be hanging from the nearest tree.
I'd be happier, though, if they all moved on and left us in peace.
What if they don't move on, though? Then the only answer is cold steel.
You men and your endless fighting.
How are things with the infirmary? Did they give you a bit more coin at least?
Unfortunately not. They said there'll be no more until St. Havel's Day.
But that's still a long way off.
I know. On St. Havel's Day, the payments come from the surrounding villages and the outlying farms. Some of them are supposed to pay in chickens, eggs, or other things, but a lot pay in groschen. Then they might give us more. Since we're going to the market square, I could buy some meat at the butcher's.
You buy that often? I thought you said you had to save every groschen you can.
That's true, but you wouldn't believe the things those monks think up.
How's that?
You know they're forbidden to eat red meat. It's a sin. Saint Benedict forbade it.
I didn't know that.
Neither did I until recently, but that's not all. The thing is, they have an exception to the rule. They can eat red meat if they're sick, so they recover faster. Then, it's not a sin. So some of them are always coming along with all sorts of ailments, so they can lie around in the infirmary and eat meat. Of course, the monks have precedence, so I have to go to the butcher's. And then there's not enough money for other things.
Well, you learn something new every day.
I've even heard tell that there was a monk who tried to keep pigs in a pond at one time.
Why on earth would he do that?
To prove they're water creatures. The monks are allowed to eat water creatures, you see. Not only fish, but even beavers and the like.
That's good. I'd never come up with something like that. And how did it end up?
I don't know. Maybe they drowned.
That's good, though. I must remember that one.
Tell me, how is it, being in the service of Sir Radzig?
Well, it's a wonder he took me on at all after I lost his sword in Scallies. But it's great. For someone like me. I lost everything, and he gave me a second chance. And even a new home of sorts, if you know what I mean.
I understand. I'm glad you found your feet with Sir Radzig. That you found your place in the world again, and that...
Yeah. Don't worry. You'll surely find your place too, eventually.
Not
I
to
hope
worry,
so.
I'll be fine. I'll go then.
But no dice playing in Kuttenberg.
Listen, when she visits you, the Virgin Mary, what does she look like?
Like I said, like that picture above the altar. She just appears in a kind of golden glow, in a blue cloak.
And then?
Then she beckons to me, and things start to appear. Pictures of all kinds. They look like the paintings in church, but moving, glowing with fire and lots of colors and this golden light.
My, that's really something. How is Matthias doing?
No change. He's lying in a fever and nothing helps. I'm really afraid for him.
He'll get better. Don't you worry. He's a tough little bugger. No fever is going to beat him.
I hope you're right. Actually, it does look like his fever is dropping a bit, but maybe that's just wishful thinking.
Johanker, what are you actually going to do when we get to the market square?
Actually, I haven't thought about it much. I have to pass on the message from Our Lady to the people. So I'll stand somewhere and tell them what I saw in my dream. Like the itinerant preachers who are always wandering around the land.
I see. And have you ever done anything like that?
No, I haven't. But it can't be all that hard, can it?
I couldn't say. But I'm sure you can do it.
Our Lady will guide me.
Henry, put that weapon away before a guard sees you. It's not allowed here.
Right, girl. Time to go and spread the word of the Blessed Virgin. I have to mention the Virgin Mary, of course. Maybe the Virgin Mary visited me. That will get their attention. Henry, I'm a bit worried. I never spoke to people like that before. I've no idea what to say. They'll all laugh at me.
Don't worry, you can do it. People will swallow anything, believe me. Just start with something that will grab their attention. Like that the Blessed Virgin visited you. That should do it. And once you've got their ears, give them the important part. Nothing could be easier.
Maybe for you. Why don't you do it instead if it's that easy?
I would. Only the Virgin Mary didn't choose me. Remember? Don't worry about it. People always want to hear something sensational. They'll be hanging on your every word, and I'll be there with you.
All right. Thanks, Henry. Nothing could be easier. Yeah, all right. Here goes.
God be with you.
The Virgin Mary.
The Virgin Mary came to me in a dream. And she showed me things. Things I've never seen before. A great city. A great and beautiful city it was. Great and beautiful. With many, many spires. Tall spires. Golden in the sunlight. And around the city was a mighty wall. All this she showed to me. But then the city was suddenly engulfed in flames.
The earth began to shake and the gate burst open. Holes opened up in the ground, and from them beasts of hell leapt forth. They broke down the walls and stormed the city through the broken gate. And the beasts hunted down all the sinners. They sank their fangs into their burning flesh and tore them to pieces mercilessly. And the sinners screamed and tried to flee them, but it was in vain. But then Our Lady appeared. Mary, the Holy Mother of God. She covered the whole city in her cloak, smothered the flames, and drove out the beasts. The penitent sinners came out of the city, knelt before the Virgin in prayer, and thanked her for their salvation. That is the vision that came to me. And I believe this message was not meant for me alone. It was a warning to us all. We are those sinners, and we must once again build those mighty walls. Not from stone or wood, but from virtue and love for our neighbor. And whoever has sinned and acted unrighteously must repent and change their ways.
Sucker. That lass doesn't hold
Isn't
back.
she that lass?
But
who
this
worked for Brother Nicodemus?
That was better than any of Father's babies.
It didn't make much sense to me. You can always tell when a woman's in need of a man, and that lass needs one badly.
I need peace and quiet for a while. I must sit down.
Please. It's very important. The way you spoke. It sounded so true. I even had a feeling the earth shook beneath my feet when you spoke. I have some trouble. And I didn't know who to go to until I heard you speak.
Not now. Please. I can't.
But you were just talking about helping your neighbor.
Oh, all right. But quickly, I beg you.
It's about my husband, Ambrose, the tailor. He's good to me. He's an honest tradesman and a skilled one. But he keeps playing dice. He sits at that table late into the night, and more than once he lost a small fortune.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't know how I could help.
I want him to stop, but he won't listen to me. I'm at a loss what to do. I thought maybe if you were to go and have a word with him...
Oh, all right. I'll come and see you when I have some time to spare.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
My word, Johanka. That speech of yours on the square. I swear I never heard anything like it in my life.
Let's talk about it later. Right now, Guta, the Sasau tailor's wife, came to talk to me, and she was quite desperate. Did you hear?
Yes, I heard everything. So give her some advice then.
But I don't know what to tell her. Our Lady didn't prepare me for anything like that.
Oh, that's what you wanted, isn't it? Your words didn't fall on deaf ears, and now you can't let people down when they come to you.
I suppose you're right. We ought to try and do something.
We?
Be quiet and think. We have to find a way.
Jesus, you're really full of holy fire.
Stop blaspheming and start thinking how we can get Ambrose to give up his dice playing.
Supposing Ambrose were to lose enough to make him regret it. If he were to lose something really important. Mal was used to scold me by saying, one day you'll go too far and then you'll be sorry.
That's it, Henry. Ambrose has to realize for himself how he's harming others, and most of all his wife and himself. Thank you.
Glad to be of help.
But I can't go anywhere. Never mind playing dice in taverns. I've too much work to do. But you could.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Henry. Go and see the tailor's wife and sort it out with her. I have to go back now.
Good luck then.
Yeah.
God be with you. Good morning.
Johanka sent me. She asked me to help you with your trouble.
She did. That's wonderful. But she said she'd come herself.
Well, she's up to her ears in work, and besides, we figured your husband wouldn't pay much attention to a woman, since he doesn't even listen to you.
I'm afraid that's true. What now, though?
Well, Johanka thought it would help if Ambrose saw how playing dice was no good either for himself or for you.
Ha! I've been telling him off about it for years to no avail. I even took his dice several times. But he always gets new ones.
You won't get anywhere telling him off. Ambrose has to realize it for himself. If he lost everything he has to me, that would teach him a lesson. And then I talk to him man to man.
Oh, God, no. I want him to stop playing, not to lose the roof over our heads.
No, don't worry. Whatever I win from him, I'll give it back to you. But first, he really has to believe he's lost everything.
Do you swear, by the Virgin Mary, to give everything back?
I swear I'll give back every last groschen, as the Virgin Mary is my witness.
Very well, then. If you think it'll help, take him for everything he has.
Where can I find Ambrose?
He's not here now. He's getting ready for a trip to Kuttenberg, on some business or other. No doubt you'll find him at the inn. You'd better hurry if you want to catch him. He said he wants to leave soon.
Do you think he'll want to play with me?
Well, he promised not long ago he'd quit. But I'll believe it when I see it. He'll keep playing, especially when he's had a drink or two. And if he's feeling lucky, he'll lose his head entirely and play till the early hours.
All right. Thanks for the advice.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Goodman Ambrose.
Yes. Is there something I could do for you?
I heard you were about to leave for Kuttenberg.
Aye. Sir Sebastian von Berg ordered new clothes and he won't settle for anything but the best. I have to go and buy some fine linen, brocade and other things. I'm taking 600 groschen to pay for it all. I'll make him the finest garments ever.
Ah, I see. Well, Sir Sebastian's a man who doesn't like to be disappointed.
True indeed. I'll be on my way just as soon as the horse is shod and the wagon hitched up. God almighty, has something happened? God be with you.
Let's have a drink together to pass the time while you're waiting, eh? On me.
That's kind of you, lad. Take care. Good health.
May it serve you.
You look like a fellow who's been around. Tell me, what's going on in the countryside? Are the roads safe?
Oh, it's safer in the province now. There was a pack of enemy cutthroats holed up in Pribyslavitz, north of Talmberg. Mercenaries, bandits, humans, and other rabble. But we attacked them and smashed them to pieces. So yes, the roads are safer now.
My word. And who led the attack?
I did. The bold Henry of Skalitz. Let's have a drink to my bravery.
Well now, I had no idea I was sitting here with such a warrior. A toast to your bravery.
Bravery it was, I cannot deny. Not one of them could match me in combat. Ha! Let's drink to my sword fighting skill.
To your incomparable skill, Master Swordsman.
I rained a barrage of blows on the enemy's heads, to my strength and speed.
Aye, aye, to your fast, powerful arm.
But first I had to track down their lair. So, let's drink to my cunning, too.
Is that so? Then you have the cunning of a fox.
Well, enough chat. How about a little game before you set off? To pass the time.
I wouldn't mind, but I won't play here. The wife would find out about it. I'll wait till I get to Kuttenberg, out of the way of prying eyes.
Ah, that's a shame. I'll tell you something else. So, you're going to Kuttenberg, eh?
That's right.
That's nice. I've never been there. What's it like?
Ah, it's great, lad. Grand it is. Kuttenberg is a big town, strong walls, and more churches than you'd count on your fingers. Even the king himself has a palace there, and it's packed with people. When there's a fair, the whole town is on its feet. You've never seen the like. But the city elders are troubled now. Sigismund and his army are camped near the town, and nothing good can come of that.
May you arrive there safe and sound, Ambrose. Here's to your safe journey.
May it pass quickly and without incident. Ah, said enough. Now you tell me something.
Well, enough chat. I'll tell you something else. Well, how about a little game before you set off? To pass the time.
I told you I'm not gonna play here.
I'll tell you something. Well, there was a band of brigands on the rampage in the province. They attacked the stud farm at Neuhof, killed old Smill, the owner, and torched the stables.
So it's true then. I heard some talk about it, but I thought it was exaggerated. Maybe I should take an escort with me.
A dreadful sight it was. Hellish. Let's drink to the memory of poor Smill.
May he rest in peace.
Well, enough chat. How about a little game before you set off? To pass the time.
No, lad, I promised my wife I wouldn't play. And sitting here sipping only makes me sad. But I've learned a thing or two, though. Maybe another time we can have a proper drink together. I'm glad to...
Let's have a
That's
chat.
kind. Take care. Good health.
May it serve.
You look like...
Oh, it's. But we attack.
My word.
I did.
Well,
Not
to your...
but first I...
Is that...
No, there was a...
So it's...
No, not to worry. Fortunately, I caught up with those bastards and put a stop to their pillaging.
That's good news indeed. Let's drink to your accomplishment.
It was no easy matter, I can tell you. They were cleverly holed up, but they weren't smart enough for me. Ha! To my wits!
Ha ha! To your wits!
So,
That... and it...
the devil take that damn Sigismund! He's done damage enough here already!
My word, lad, what's got into you?
I'm from Scallis. Sigismund's army laid waste to the place.
Oh, I'm sorry. That must have been awful.
Awful hardly describes it. I'd tell you about it, but first I'd have to drink. A lot.
Then let's drink!
Well, how about a little game before you set off? To pass the time.
No, lad, I promise. Good God, you look terrible. Did someone attack you?
One beer.
Let's have a drink together to pass the time while you're waiting, eh? On me.
That's kind of you, lad. Goodbye. Good health.
May it serve.
You look like...
Oh. I reigned up, but first. No.
And it's...
Sigismund's hordes attacked Skalitz, razed the castle, pillaged the whole area, and slaughtered a lot of people.
I heard, lad. I heard. God have mercy on those poor souls.
But a lot more people would have died if I hadn't warned them. I took an arrow in the leg, but I still rode on to Talmberg to alert them there.
Well done. I toast your determination.
And another thing we can drink to. That wound still hurts. We can drink to that.
Yes, to your wound.
May those bastards burn in hell.
May they burn in hell.
Well, enough chat. How about a little game before you set off? To pass the time.
Sure, one little game to pass the time. That doesn't even count, does it?
Ah, not even worth mentioning in confession. We'll drink to it. May they roll fairly. Hey! Let's do it then. I'll wager 12 score groschen.
240? You must be very rich or mad, lad. No one plays for that much without seeing how his luck is going first.
6 score groschen.
Jesus, that's too much. I thought it was to be a friendly game to pass the time, no?
12 groschen.
Always a nice number? Let's do it. Why, oh why did I ever agree to this? I'll lose my shirt again.
Jesus, what do I have to do to get a drink here?
Curses. Why I even start this game? Damn, I should never have played with you.
Ah, it didn't cost you much, did it? You'll do better next time.
No, I'll play no more today. I can see my luck's not in.
Just one little game. And I thought you were made of sterner stuff. Oh well, if you don't want a chance to win your coin back, fine by me.
Oh yeah? Don't get too fond of those groschen, because I'll be having them back.
That's the spirit. I'll wager 3 groschen.
That's quite a pile. But I have a feeling fortune's on my side today. All right. Why, oh why did I ever agree to this? I'll lose my shirt again. Damn, I should never have played with you.
Ah, it didn't cost you much, did it? You'll do better next time.
No, I'll play no more to...
Learn how to...
Unlike you, I know when to stop. I hope...
Let's have a drink.
That's kind. Goodbye. Good health.
May it serve you.
You look like a fellow who's been around. Tell me, what's going on in the countryside? Are the roads safe?
I'm hungry. I'd like a bite to eat.
Oh, it...
Is that... Yes,
May those bat...
may they...
The devil...
Wow.
Well, enough chat. How about a little...
Sure.
Ah, not even... Let's do it then. I'll wager... 1.5.
Just enough to make it interesting? I can't wait to see how you throw. I shouldn't have pushed it. We'll see. That'll do me.
How much longer must I wait?
Come on, it's time I had a throw. Not afraid of anything, eh? Not afraid of anything, eh? Use your head, man. You'll lose everything. That's it. No luck tonight!
Coming.
One bit. Use your head, man.
Just
You'll
as
lose
you
everything. Come on, it's time I had a throw. I'd like something to eat. Come on, it's time I had a throw. Come on, it's time I had a throw. Thank heavens. If you made it, I might as well give up. We'll see. That's all. Not afraid of anything, eh? If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the going's good.
One ale over here, please.
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything. Not afraid of anything, eh? I'll have a beer. Come on, it's time I had a throw. Use your head, man. You'll lose everything. That's why it pays to be cautious.
Coming. Here. I'll be right back with that.
Now I'm for the chop. Come on, it's time I had a throw. Come on, it's time I had a throw. I could see that coming. This'll be the one. We'll see. That's it. That's all.
A tankard here.
Certainly. I'll fetch it right away.
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything. Use your head, man. You'll lose everything. Not afraid of anything, eh? Not afraid of anything, eh? Not afraid of anything, eh? Use your head, man. You'll lose everything. Come on, it's time I had a throw. Use your head, man. You'll lose everything. Use your head, man. You'll lose everything. If I was in your shoes, I'd pass while the going's good.
The service is a bit slow here today.
Come on, it's time I had a throw.
Join a thirst here.
That's why it pays to be cautious.
That's it.
This'll be the one. What the hell's with these damn dice?
Sakra. I almost had you.
A bit of practice is what you need, lad. You'll get the hang of it in time.
Time? But I need that coin now. Come on, then. You have to give me a chance to get my groschen back.
You can try, but don't blame me if you lose what you have left.
Sure, whatever. Let's play. 3 score.
Sure, go on then, throw. Why, oh why did I ever agree to this? I'll lose my shirt again.
How much longer must I wait?
Dice is made to be thrown, not to sit on the table ignored.
Certainly, I'll fetch it right away.
Now you. No one ever died from throwing dice, you know. This'll be the one. Now I'm for the chop. It'd be faster if you closed your eyes and threw. That's all. No one ever died from throwing dice, you know. One beer for me.
One ale over here, please.
Coming right up.
Christ, those damn dice are hexed.
Ah, bollocks. There's nothing wrong with the dice. It's all in the wrist action.
Oh, wrist my arse. Save the advice and let's play. I'll show you. I'll wager 600 groschen. No, put up everything you have and I'll match it.
You can't be serious. You don't have that much money. And then you'll try and wriggle out of it.
Ah, but I do. Look. So, what do you say?
All right. If you insist. Just remember, a wager lost is a debt of honor.
Don't worry. I won't forget. On my word.
brave soul, taking me on. I'm not used to losing. One ale over here, please. That'll do me.
A tanker, dear.
Yeah, give me a minute. Here we are.
Groschen for me.
Right here.
Had a got 600 groschen. Oh my god, what have I done? The money was for buying cloth. What shall I do now?
Actually,
Well,
it wasn't by chance that I ran into you. It was the Virgin Mary who sent me to you.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to make a fool of me?
No, I mean it. My friend Johanka has been visited in her dreams by Our Lady, and she's been passing her message on to the people about amending their ways and repenting for their sins, like playing games of hazard, for example. You see how easily you were tempted into wagering everything you had on dice? You're bringing misfortune down on yourself and your family.
Yeah, you're right. I got carried away. But what am I to do now?
Repent and do penance for your sins. Ask God for forgiveness and swear by the Blessed Virgin never to pick up dice again.
You're right. My passion for dice has gone too far. I'll do what you say.
And give me those dice, so they don't tempt you to play again. I'll throw them down a well where they can't put sinful thoughts in your head.
But those aren't just any old dice that you can get anywhere. They bring luck. Well, mostly.
Ambrose.
I'll be back.
I don't play with them much. I keep them hidden away for special occasions. Oh, all right. Here you are. Listen, Henry. The money you want from me, do you think maybe I could get it back? I've learned my lesson, I swear. But now I have to go and buy that cloth, and I can't pay for it.
There. Satisfied? Here you are, and good health.
You've seen the error of your ways. That's all I wanted. I never intended to take your money. Here, have it back. And next time, be more sensible about what you do with it.
Thank you, Henry. You're an honourable man. God bless you.
You won't be hurting anyone anymore, as long as you stay there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome, Henry. Well, how did it go with that husband of mine?
I played him and took him for everything he had.
I see. So he played again.
I had a heart-to-heart talk with him, and in the end, he promised he wouldn't gamble again. He even gave me his dice.
That sounds promising. Thank you, Henry. But what about the money he lost? Did you give it back to him?
Yeah, I gave it back to him so he can buy what he needs.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Henry. God watch over you.
God be with you.
For the love of God! What have you been doing?
I see things are looking up for you. You even got a roof over your head. I'm glad you don't have to sleep in that stable anymore. And it seems the overseer coughed up a groschen or two in the end, eh?
Yes. I'm glad too, but it's a little bit complicated. Monastery affairs, you know. I won't bother you with the details.
Well, what's so complicated? They finally showed appreciation for everything you do here, right?
Yes, something like that. Can we just talk about something else, please?
What's got into you? You're not yourself at all. Is something wrong?
Oh, Henry. If only you knew.
What's the matter?
Sir Sebastian. He kept coming here, always bringing me gifts, a dress, a piece of jewelry. He was so persistent. I was completely worn out from everything. And he was the only one here who showed me any sympathy, any understanding. He was quite kind, actually. And then once, more than once, I went with him. Then he had this room cleared out and gave it to me.
I won't tell anyone, I promise. But what you did was bad. Whatever the reason. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I know. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But it's all over. I swear. Since I started having those dreams, I haven't been with him. I sold all the things he gave me and bought food and supplies for the sick. I still feel terrible about it. I think maybe it's because of me that Matthias isn't getting better. If I had been more virtuous...
Don't be so hard on yourself. The important thing is you ended it and you tried to make amends.
I'm so ashamed, Henry. Please forgive me, and don't tell Matthias or anyone else, I beg you.
I won't breathe a word. I promise.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you. I feel relieved for telling you. You're so understanding.
Goodbye.
Please, go away.
It's not your fault. He took advantage of you. Stop punishing yourself. You've got an important mission before you. If you were such a terrible sinner, the Blessed Virgin wouldn't have chosen you, would she?
No. I suppose you're right. Thanks, Henry.
My word, Johanka. That speech of yours on the square. I swear I never heard anything like it in my life.
So, what do you think? Was it all right?
I'm at a loss for words. It was great. It sounded almost like it wasn't you at all. I never expected you'd say such things. Flames, a golden city, beasts of hell. It was awe-inspiring. You even put the fear of God into me. I heaved a sigh of relief when the Virgin Mary came and everything ended well. It was the best sermon I ever heard. I mean it.
Oh, thank you, Henry. I don't even know how I did it. I just opened my mouth and the words came by themselves. What about other people? What did they say?
I'd say they liked it. Everyone was quite spellbound.
Oh, that's a good thing, isn't it? And do you think it made sense? That it was clear what I wanted to say?
Oh, yes. Clear as day. It was a warning about our sinfulness. If we're virtuous, Our Lady will protect us against the demons.
Yes, that's what I think her message was. Thank you, Henry. I'm glad you were there with me.
So am I. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. I went to see the tailor's wife, like you wanted.
Oh, and how did it go?
I think it turned out well. Ambrose admitted he was overdoing it with the dice playing and promised to quit.
That's great news, Henry. You've helped him and his wife a lot. Thank you. You're a true friend. I think this is exactly what the Blessed Virgin wants from us.
How are things going otherwise?
You wouldn't believe what happened. One of the bathhouse wenches came to me.
Oh? What does she want?
She said she wanted to find a different job. Something more virtuous. She said she decided to change her life after listening to me on the square.
See what you're capable of? Our Lady didn't pick you for nothing. You help everyone around you. I think you're really great, Johanka.
That's very sweet of you, Henry. Thank you. If only there were more like that, though.
How do you mean?
I mean, more people who want to find a better, more virtuous life. If only we could help them to do that.
I might know of someone. There's this prostitute in Ledechko. Adela, her name is.
And how do you know her?
I happened across her by chance when I was tracking the Neuhof raiders. Don't look at me like that. She was mixed up with one of them and I had to question her. I wouldn't say she was particularly happy there either.
That sounds promising, Henry. We should try and help her.
But how?
I'm not sure, but maybe we could persuade her to give up what she's doing and find a different job. If she works at the baths, she'll surely have knowledge of some basic things.
What basic things? Laundry?
No, she'd know about healing wounds, health-giving decoctions, bloodletting and the like. And I could certainly use a second pair of hands here.
You're right. I'll head off right now. If it's the will of the Blessed Virgin, it must be done.
Henry, please try and convince her. I can find a place for her here.
Goodbye.
looking for? You'd better not disturb anyone here. I've got an important guest.
Oh yeah? You think a knight in shining armor is gonna come to your
Christ! Is that Adela crying in that room?
Aye, it's a bit unpleasant.
Unpleasant? That fella is beating her up.
The gentleman is a little on the rough side, but he pays well, and the bruises will heal soon enough.
I want to talk to her.
You can't now. The door stays locked, and the key stays safely with me. Wait until tomorrow.
She could be killed in there. And do you think the bailiff wouldn't hold you responsible, sitting here and doing nothing to stop it?
You really think she could be? God almighty. Here, take the key. Please, help her.
You beast! You fucking heartless beast! Get your hand...
What the fuck are you doing here? Are you yanking my pizzle? I said get out.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for Adela.
For Adela? But I paid for that whore.
Don't call her a whore.
She fucks for money, you idiot. She is a whore.
Easy. Easy. Have you any idea the shit I can land you in if I have a word with the bailiff?
The bailiff doesn't care about some whore.
Maybe, maybe not. He might care about your sodomy, though, if I give him an eyewitness account.
Fucking hell. What do you want from me?
Get out.
Why did you have
Fuck.
to get mixed up
I don't
in
need
it?
this shit. But you haven't heard the last of this, fucker. I'll cut your fucking throat for that.
If you want to go inside, you'll have to wait until tomorrow.
She could be...
You...
Come here to me, kitten.
Fuck a thief! There's a pickpocket here!
What do you... If you want to go inside, you'll have to wait until tomorrow.
Damn. I'll get what I paid for, whether you like it or not.
Crap.
That's for your cheek. Now stop your damn carry-on. You want another? Do you? What the fuck are you doing here? Are you looking for a punch in the mouth? What have you done? What the fuck are you?
Hey, that's mine.
Fuck! A pickpocket!
What have you done?
If you want to go inside, you'll have to wait until tomorrow. The gentleman...
I want to...
You can...
That's for your cheek. Now stop your damn carry-on. You want another? Do you? What the fuck are... Are you yanking my pizzle? I said get out.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for Adela.
For Adela?
Don't call her off.
She fuck...
Easy. Easy. Have you any idea the shit I can land you in if I have a word with the bailiff?
The bailiff doesn't care about some whore.
Maybe, maybe not. He might care about your sodomy, though, if I give him an eyewitness account.
Fucking hell. What do you want from me?
Get out.
What have you done?
Fuck! I'll cut your fucking throat for that!
What in God's name have you done?
I saved you.
Oh my God. Hedslin will kill me if Marouche doesn't first.
Everything will be all right.
Henry, if it wasn't for the fact that you saved Hinnick, I'd slap your face.
Leave this place. I'll help you.
What? Why? What are you on about?
Why do you live like this? Why don't you just leave?
How? Like I should just drop everything here, pack my things and go off to see someone I don't even know?
Why not?
It's madness. It's like starting all over from the beginning.
And why did you become,
A prostitute.
Yeah.
If you're expecting to hear some touching tale about a poor girl tossed around by fate, you'll be disappointed. I didn't want a husband, and I needed money.
So just for money?
What do you think I do it for? Love? Have you got a problem with that?
Well, yes. Money isn't everything, you know.
So what else should I do, in your opinion?
You can just find yourself a different livelihood.
Why? What's wrong with the one I have?
What about when you get older? Do you think the men will still come to you?
That's true, unfortunately.
You can't go on like this forever. You could catch some nasty disease.
What do you know about such things?
I've seen plenty, believe me. Maybe too much.
Oh, sorry. I try not to think too much about that.
Well, maybe you should. The apothecary in Rat-Eye could tell you a lot about the ailments people come to him with.
I'm still not sure.
But you're a pariah. No one will talk to you.
What do I care about anyone else? Let them look out for themselves and I'll do the same.
You won't always be able to manage on your own, whether you like it or not.
So what?
Do you want to end up like Hinnick?
God knows how he'd have ended up if it hadn't been for you.
See now?
You know, you might be right about some things.
So you'll leave it?
But how? Where would I go? What would I live on?
Wouldn't you like to help in the infirmary at Sasau Monastery?
Would they let me?
You're a bathmaid who knows something about healing. They'd be glad to have you.
But where will I live?
There, of course. It's modest, but you'll have everything you need.
I'm not used to much anyway.
See then? I reckon you've nothing to worry about.
All right. Will we go right away?
We can go right now. Come on then.
All right. I'll just say farewell to the girls and pack a few things. Mother of God, I'm all in a flutter. To pack up and go, just like that.
You're doing the right thing. You'll see.
Take care.
I told you I wasn't done with you yet. I'll hang you up by the balls from the nearest tree, and then I'll get what I
I paid for from that harlot.
You're in the wrong place.
Come in.
Is that all?
What's the matter?
You'll die for that. I'm over here.
Are you all right, Henry? Henry?
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. It's you they were after mostly. And are you all right?
Just a scratch or two. Those idiots didn't know who they were taking on.
Good. The sooner we go, the better. I don't want to stay here any longer.
Let's go then.
Take care.
Here we are. Give it a while and you'll be happy here. Believe me.
Oh, Henry. I'm starting to have a good feeling about this. Maybe I'll really find happiness here.
I'm sure you will. Johanka will take care of you. She's very good at that.
You know, you're the first one to do something for me without expecting anything. And I don't have anything to give you, unless if you wanted. For one last time, together.
You don't have to thank me, and you certainly don't have to offer your body to anyone. Anyone at all.
Oh, thank you, Henry. Thank you.
God be with you, Henry.
How is Matthias doing?
I think he's getting better. It looks like his fever's fallen. Sometimes we even talk for a while. I just hope he doesn't relapse again.
Nah, he'll pull out of it. You'll see. I went to Ledetsko like you asked me.
And? How did it turn out?
You were right. Turned out well with Adela. I persuaded her to leave her trade and find a more virtuous job. She's here for you.
That's great news.
I promised her you take care of her, and I brought her here. She'll help you take care of the sick and injured, like you wanted.
You did a great job, Henry. Thank you. Of course I'll take care of her. We can't let her down now.
And how are things going here?
Much the same as always. There are always wounded and sick people. I'm on my feet from morning till night. But Matthias is better. I'm glad about that. There's these troublemakers, though.
Troublemakers?
Aye. While you were gone, some thugs came here and kicked around the gifts that people brought. Then they vanished before the guards got here.
Oh? Who were they?
I didn't see them at it, but there's some fellas hanging around now, by the entrance to the monastery. Maybe that's them? And whenever I go into town, they take liberties with me.
Take liberties how? Did they hurt you?
No, they just make all sorts of offensive comments on account of me speaking on the square. And when someone comes to see me, they make trouble for them. So now, almost no one wants to come here. Maybe you could have a word with them?
Shouldn't the custodian deal with that? It's his job, right?
Well, it is, but I don't want to ask him for anything. I don't want to feel obliged to him. I'd rather sort it out without him.
Fair enough.
Good luck then.